So I've been doing some digging into and watching videos around the Iran-Israel conflict, and one of the Zionist talking points that I came across was, when Israel attacked Iran, this was a preemptive strike. So they had to attack them before it's preemptive defense. So I'm assuming that Benjamin Netanyahu must be a time traveler, because you should only attack someone in defense. Well, that's the narrative that was fed to us for 2 years. Now all of a sudden he's on the offense and attacking Iran first. But that can't be true, because Zionists, they don't attack people for no reason. So obviously he must be a time traveler, and he's gone forward in time and saw that Iran had attacked them first. That's the only logical explanation behind this. It's not that he's a warmonger. It's not that he's trying to build what he calls Greater Israel. It's not that he wants to topple the regime because they're the only regime that's holding resistance against Israel. So this is breaking news, actually. Benjamin Netanyahu is confirmed 100% to be a time traveler. So, I mean, scientists should get on to that. He should explain to the rest of the world how he manages to do this. So maybe other people can time travel as well and do some more preemptive attacks. Maybe Hamas are time travelers and they preemptively attacked October 7th, Maybe that could be something that needs to be looked into. No, but in all seriousness, I mean, what else can the Zionist, murderous, genocidal dictator regime do that people are gonna wake up? I mean, Charlie Kirk, Christian Ben Shapiro, the weak, limp-wristed neocon. He did a little poll. He was basically trying to test the waters. Should America go to war on behalf of Israel? The fact that he thought he needed to make a poll about this speaks volumes. And the fact, the predominantly, neoconservative, mainstream sort of conservative audience, 90%, if you look at the poll, 90% say no, we're not going to send our troops to die for Israel like they did for 20 years in the Middle East, which was good to see. But the fact that he thought he needed to make that poll, the fact that he's I need to test the waters. I don't already know this is a bad idea. I'm going to test the waters because my little Zionist pals that are trying to push me onto this narrative are basically trying to... There's probably some Zionists there trying to push him onto this narrative. He thought, I don't know if I should do this or not. I'll test the waters first. And that's why he did his little poll. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is war with Iran and Israel, it's going to escalate. It's going to get worse. I know for a fact America's going to get drawn into this. They're going to get drawn into this kicking and screaming. It's been on the cards. It's been so obvious for so long now that this conflict is going to happen. And the only reason I believe Israel thought that they wanted to do this was because they knew that they could run and hide behind America like they've been doing for decades and decades. I guess what was I gonna say? The point I'm trying to make is I just sit here and think to myself, I know a lot of people probably think the same thing, and this is, maybe a bit cliche, but how do we stop Israel? Genuinely, how do we stop Israel? They're this tiny little country. You can look into the inception of Israel. You can look where it came from. There's a certain agenda and a certain powerful family that really wanted Israel to come about. It's about as much as I'm going to say on YouTube, and I'm on Rumble as well, but the same video goes on both platforms. So I guess what we need to do is, the only way I see Israel stopping its genocide, stopping its killing, is when it's no longer backed by America. Once America stops backing Israel, the whole regime topples down. And I think that that can only be achieved if the American taxpayer refuses to pay their taxes. Because the politicians aren't going to do it. Trump isn't going to do it. AIPAC has too much control over Israel. I saw an interview with Tucker Carlson where one of the Republican members say that everyone has an AIPAC guy. So every single parliament member in America, in the Republican Party, he said he didn't know about the Democrat Party, but the Democrat Party, chances are it's probably the same. Every single politician has an AIPAC guy. So every single decision that's made by every single person in power in America is filtered through the lens of how does this benefit Israel. So the politicians are bought and paid for, which means, and the politicians are in bed with the big businesses, so which means the big businesses are probably bought and paid for. I know that there's a lot of tech companies that, Mossad sets up, and it's not just tech, it's every industry you can think of, like steel, real estate, food. The rabbit hole is endless. So the only way I can see is that the everyday American just stops paying tax, because without tax, there's no money. Without money, everything falls apart. Israel stops getting money. America stops being funded by people. America stops being funded, which means the politicians aren't going to be influenced by AIPAC. They're going to be influenced by how do I survive. But all we can do is continue to make videos. We continue to put this out there. The politicians are just. There was a certain leader that was the president, and he was unalived. There's a lot of conspiracy around why that is. So I don't think much has changed. We're more aware now, but the American politicians aren't going to do anything, even remotely, to upset the Zionists, because, well, we've seen what happens when you go against them. So this is a bit of a rambling video. Basically, the point is I'm trying to make sure, because I just sit there and I think, how do we stop Israel? I ask myself this question every day. How do we stop Israel? And the only thing I can come to conclusion is Americans have to stop paying tax altogether. That's the only way Israel is going to be stopped. That's it. I don't know. Anyway, peace out.